Proctor compaction test is simply the test carried out in a laboratory for the soil samples to determine which type of soil can contain high density when it comes in contact with water. As a civil engineer, it is necessary for one to understand different types of soils used in constructions and their different densities when mixed with water. Now, in Proctor compaction test, the soil samples are put into a mold and then they are compressed in steps, let's say in 3 types. And that is done after the mixing of soil with water. Of course, you take the different types of soils so that you can come up with a conclusion to which type of soil is more dense when mixed with water and compressed. Now, after the soils have been put into a mold, they are compressed and then the mold is removed. Of course, the soil is compressed evenly on top, and then after the mold has been removed, the soil sample is then weighted on a weighing machine, and the records are taken for the density or weight. Of course, the dry sample of soil you weigh already first before mixing with the sample with water. Different records are taken for the soil that is dry and the soil that has water. And then now you can now be in a position to identify which types of soils are denser than which ones when they come into contact with water or when they are compacted. Knowing different types of soil compaction is necessary also because the types of constructions used should be carried out before construction begins, to know whether the type of construction that is going to be put there is necessary or not. Also to know whether the soil carrying capacity will transform the load from the building to the ground evenly, or the building can sink in one side or another. And also this procedure is done to determine the weight of the building that is supposed to be put or that is supposed to be constructed at a given place. And the type of the Proctor compaction test is done in a laboratory. Of course, a soil sample from the site is taken to the laboratory for that test before the conclusions are made for the type of soils compaction and the types of buildings to be constructed at a given site. Thank you. Hello there once again. My name is Kevin. Today I am going to talk about the process of cement manufacturing in the company. Now, first of all, cement manufacturing process starts by quarrying of the raw materials as usual. The raw materials are lime and clay. When the raw materials have been mined, of course, by use of blasting, they are now transported into the factory for cement manufacturing process through conveyor belts or use of machinery. The raw materials are then crushed into small particles of, let's say, about 8 millimeters, and then they are fed into a kiln for burning and mixing. Thereafter, the materials are transported into a cooler, a machine that cools machine that cools the raw materials after, of course, they have been passed into a kiln. After they have been cooled, other components can be added that will make the cement not to set easily or to take a long time before setting out. The process of setting of cement is when cement comes into contact with water and then it becomes thick. That one is called setting out. Other ingredients are added to lengthen the process of cement setting out, and then the cement is now stored into silos after it has been fully manufactured, ready for transportation for use. Thank you.